Hello, good evening, and welcome to this 14-day journey of celebrating friendship. Um, First, let me say thank you for your time and thank you for being here, tuning in to my channel. That means a lot to me. Um, I consider you all friends, even though we may not have met one another, but I hope that I'm making an impact in your lives. I am Evangelist Stephanie Hickman, and today marks the first day of our journey of friendship. The first thing that I want to talk about today is making friends, how important it is to make friends. We are designed and created to be sociable creatures. When you agree, no one wants to be alone and no one wants to feel left out or that they're not loved or appreciated. Um, Friendship is one of the sweetest joys of life. I believe that with all of my heart. I have a number of people that I consider friend, and I don't use that word lightly. Um, Many might have failed beneath the bitterness of their trials had they not found a good, true friend. And I want to start by saying wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Okay. I have here a book that's called The Friendship Book by John Maxwell. And that's what this 14-day journey is based off of. This was given to me by a dear friend of mine. She's a sister in ministry and in Christ. And she gave this book to me years ago. And I read this book and I truly, truly appreciate this book. It's just a practical guide that will help you discover the purpose and plan of friendship, the source of all friendships, the three vital dimensions of friendship, how to start a friendship from scratch, and how to turn a casual acquaintance into a deep friendship and the glue that holds friendship together. When I read this book, I just felt really special because it made me realize how special I was in her life that she saw this book and gave it to me. Friends are a rare and precious treat that God has given us. It's a rare and precious trust because you trust your friends. When you consider someone a friend, you share your deep concerns, your intimate details of your life sometimes, and that person has to be trustworthy, right? So it was just something special, special, special to me. So today, again, we're going to be talking about making friends, and there are 3 points about friendship that I want to discuss. The first point is friendship isn't something that just happens. It's a lot of work. You got to put in the effort, you got to put in the work. Okay? Um when I think about friendship, and sometimes they can be rocky, they can be tested. I have testimony of that, where my friendship with someone has been tested. I mean, over and over and over, almost to the point where sometimes I just feel like, you know what? I just quit. I quit trying. Sometimes you can feel like you're the only person that's fighting for this friendship, trying to hold on to the friendship. And it's like it's just all one-sided. But you never know what that person is going to. You just have to hold on to the love and respect that you have for one another and treasure that friendship. Um, when we talk about that it isn't something that just happens, it's not. There's a spark that initiates that relationship. um that relationship or that spark can be a common interest or going through a certain circumstance that create that bond. where you need that girlfriend right then and there. It's like everything that you say or everything that you do is all like, why are we going through the same thing? Or, you could say, I understand because I went through that. A lot of times, when you have walked in that person's shoes ahead of them, or you may be coming behind them, walking in their footsteps. And, it's good to have that girlfriend that you can call on. You invest time in a friendship. It's just like when you invest money, you don't want it to go to waste. So when something comes up to try to destroy that, you just like, what? Did I just waste my time? You kind of feel betrayed. Something else I want to share about the first thing is you share a unique perspective and understanding of one another, and you are comfortable together. You trust each other with your deepest concerns, right? Okay. So, number two about making friends, friendship is restorative. Friendship is restorative. Now, what does that mean? Friendship looks at the possibilities of an individual, not the flaws, not the imperfections. It looks at the possibilities because that person may be broken, that person may be put together, that person may be quiet, outgoing, whatever it is that person may be. But you see that person through clear lenses. There's no judgment, there's no jealousy, there's no envy. You just see that person for who they are, and you love and respect them and you honor them. That is very, very, very important. I've had some friends where when I look at my life and then our lives are running parallel with each other, and then next thing you know, it's like our lives take a detour where they're going one way and I'm going another way, and it's like it seemed like we're getting so far apart. But the one thing that I love is that we come back together and we talk about it, and that choice or what took us that other direction, we celebrate it. We celebrate it, and we're there for each other, and we lift up each other. Um, the third thing is friendship is maintenance oriented. Oh my God, is it not maintenance oriented? It commits itself to words and actions that would strengthen the bond. Commit, commit, commit. When I say commitment, that's a commitment. Now, it keeps the relationship in good working order, avoiding jealousy or taking each other for granted. Now, let me tell you a little bit about me. I am a quiet person. I don't find myself in a group. I'm never a part of a group of girls. I have a circle. I do have a wonderful circle group. But I'm not in a group, if that makes sense. I'm not that friend that's going to call you on a daily basis. I'm not going to, um, I don't know. It's hard to say because I'm there, but I'm not there. If you need me, I will be there. All you got to do is just call me. Shoot me a text. You need a prayer. I'm praying for you. Um, but my life is very, very busy. It doesn't have a lot of time for the girlfriend stuff. Um, I do make time. If I'm invited somewhere, I will make time and I will show up. But I'm just not that person that if you need somebody to talk to every day, I only got time for one person like that. It's funny to say that, but it really is. I only got time for one person like that. Um, because sometimes I'm needy and I need that girlfriend. I need to talk to that person. And so I thank God that He allows me to have someone that I can talk to. And then sometimes I just shut myself off because sometimes I realize that there is not anything that anybody can do for me. What I need to do is just pray about it, lay my concerns at God. He did not give us the gift of friendship um, to take His place. Um, so I just don't do that. I will shut myself off. Um, and then I just kind of go into myself and just focus on that. God gives us friendships for a purpose, and our friendships are supposed to be purposeful. Purposeful friendships um, are seen through God's eyes and we should see our friendships the way God sees us as handcrafted, gifted, true, loving, um, valuable, and created for a purpose. God put people in our path for a reason, and that reason is whatever He sees fit. I believe that God has placed the right ladies in my life uh, for a reason. I believe they understand me. I believe that we lift each other up. I believe that we strengthen each other when we are weak. Um, I believe that they all have a purpose in my life. So um, God tells us in Mark 12:30-31 that um, He says, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. I believe that each lady that is in my life that I call a friend believes that they love the Lord their God with all their heart, with all their soul, with all their mind, and with all their strength. That's what I need. I love the fact that when I'm crazy, and I use that word loosely because I know me, and I use the term crazy, and I believe some other people might say the same thing. But I use that word because sometimes I can be unreasonable. Um, it takes a lot for me to get upset. I really focus on not getting upset. But once I get pushed to that point, it takes a lot for me to come back. And I believe that the ladies that I have in my life pull me back from the ledge. They pull me back from going over the edge, and I can. Now, it takes me a minute to get me back, but I'm glad that the Lord gives me people that I can talk to. And I say, now if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Just tell me I'm wrong because I know me, I'm crazy. And this is the crazy me. Um, they say, what is it? Is Proverb, what my scripture is based off of. A friend is they're out of loyalty, but a brother is born for adversity. um Friendships or friends love you through, and a brother is born through the difficulty. Basically family is there. True friends to show their true colors when adversity comes. Do you have that friend that's gonna be there? um when the phone calls come and it's like, oh, here she go calling me again. Do you have friends like that? I don't know if I have friends like that. I try not to be that friend. I really do try not to be needy. Um, and I do recognize that a lot of times that my cross that I carry, nobody else can help me carry it because it's very, very heavy. I do feel that sometimes our path is harder than others because our burden is heavier. And sometimes that weight of that is too much for some to carry. So I try to be aware of that as well. I invite you to join me in this 14-day journey in discovering and restoring and maintaining purposeful friendships. At the end of our first 14-day journey, which will be Valentine's Day, I will have some of my friends on Zoom. They will be here to talk about our journey as girl pals, girlfriends, or whatever. And we will just have love and laughter. So I invite you to continue to stay on this journey with me. I will close out with this. Friendship is the greatest enrichment that I have found. We cannot tell the precise moment when friendship is formed, as in filling a vessel drop by drop, there is there is at last a drop which makes it run over. So in a series of kindness, there is at least one which makes the heart run over. Okay? So I will see you back here tomorrow for day 2. All right? Have a wonderful evening.